Several families living near an abandoned home in North Park say squatters have moved in, bringing drugs, violence, and prostitution to their neighborhood. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Carlo Cicchetto.
I'm Marcella Lee. Neighbors say they've contacted the police and the city, but so far, nothing has been done to improve the situation. CBS 8's Steve Price joins us live from North Park, working for you to get some answers. Steve?
And Marcella and Carlo, this is a tricky situation because the home's owner doesn't seem to care that squatters have moved into his place, so he's doing nothing to kick them out, and that has neighbors both frustrated and scared.
This house on Dale Street in North Park last sold in 1973, and neighbors say it sat empty for decades. But now people are living there. Neighbors believe they're squatters up to no good.
It's horrifying that grandmas cannot walk their grandchildren down to Jack in the Box for an afternoon milkshake.
Maureen Stavis says she saw a man bringing what appeared to be an underage girl into the home. And when she went to take a closer look, she says the man pulled out a weapon.
And he dropped a machete right down and a few feet away from me. And he just dropped it, and he looked at it, and he looked up at me. And I looked back at him, and I thought, this is very, very dangerous, and it's scary.
Several neighbors say they've called the police and the city, but nothing is being done. And while it's not illegal to own an empty home, city code requires it to be secured to keep squatters out.
What we're frustrated by is the city is not enforcing code. This is an unsecured, abandoned home at the end of our block with pimps and prostitutes, and what we think is also child trafficking, because we're seeing girls that are clearly underage going in and out, and nothing's happening.
Property records show the house belongs to a person named Edwin Austin, who actually owns several houses around the county, including this one here. In fact, our records show that this was his most current address, but when we knocked on the door, nothing. And neighbors tell us they haven't seen anybody here in quite a while.
I tried calling multiple numbers listed for him and left messages, but so far no one has gotten back to me. The neighbors in North Park say they've also tried contacting the owner, but they also can't reach him. Working for you, we also reached out to San Diego Police and the city attorney's office, and while they acknowledged our emails, they provided no updates on the situation, leaving neighbors concerned for their safety.
What does it take to get this addressed?
Yeah, you can just feel their frustration. I do want to give you a quick update, though. I did just hear back from the city attorney's office, and they confirmed they do not have any open cases on this house right now. I haven't heard back yet from police, but I will keep following up with them, Marcella and Carlo, and we'll let you know what they say.
Thank you, Steve. A four-way intersection in South San Diego, called dangerous by people who live in the neighborhood, was supposed to be turned into a roundabout by now, but it's still just stop signs.
The city of San Diego told us in March the roundabout could be done by June, but it's July now and nothing's happened. CBS 8's Anna Laurel is working for you at that busy intersection in Otay Mesa tonight to figure out why there has been no action yet. Anna?
That's right, you guys. So we're here at this intersection of Del Sol and Coster, and the city bus just came to a complete stop, but most people do not. As we've been standing out here today, a lot of them just roll on through and keep going. Neighbors say at night, this stretch of Del Sol Boulevard turns into a racing strip. Very dangerous out here. So like you said, the city told us when we first reported on this story back in March that they were going to turn this intersection into a roundabout and it would be done by June. It's July 8th, so this morning we started calling the city to find out what's happening.
It's been a beautiful place to live, other than the traffic.
Chuck Korn has lived on the corner of Del Sol and Coster and Otay Mesa for 40 years. He's seen so many bad accidents and hears drag racing late at night.
I'll be laying in bed and with the window open, I can hear the traffic. And you can hear them coming and hear them go right through it without even stopping.
He says drivers fly up this stretch of Del Sol Boulevard before they get to the next stop sign.
They must be doing at least 60. It's just amazing that somebody hasn't been killed.
Driving through it.
Chuck was thrilled when the Otay Mesa Nestor Community Planning Group gave the green light to replace the busy, dangerous intersection with a roundabout. The project was approved in March, but today, nothing's changed.
Something needs to be done before somebody gets killed. but so far it hasn't happened.
When we first reported this story back in March, the city said money was already earmarked in the budget for the project, that it can be installed quickly using military-grade materials, and it could be done by June.
Here we are in July, and nothing's been done.
This morning, we reached out to the city to find out what's happening. The city responded and says the timeline has extended a bit. Since the last project update, the city has been coordinating with MTS and purchasing the materials needed for construction. We expect that project construction will start in September this year, 2024. So for now, Chuck and his neighbors will keep waiting and hoping no more bad accidents happen before the city can get the roundabout installed.
That'd probably be the best thing that happened to this neighborhood.
Okay, so back out here live in Otay Mesa at this very busy intersection, you can see that someone even put a sign. That's the problem. These neighbors are having so frustrated out here. They put their own sign, someone did. 46% of accidents in California occur because a driver fails to notice a stop sign or refuses to stop. That's the frustration they have out here because people, they feel like, refuse to stop at this intersection. Carlo?
So, Anna, to be clear, they're saying that the project is going to start in September now.
That's what they said. And they told us originally because it's military-grade materials, it can be installed quickly. So when they gave us that timeline, it'll be done by June back in March. You have to think, okay, how many weeks that was. So if they start in September, maybe it'll be done by the end of the year. Maybe.
Keep our fingers crossed for the people who live in the neighborhood. Anna Laurel reporting for us. Thanks, Anna. And remember, if there's something you'd like us to look into, you can email us at workingforyou@cbs8.com. Tonight, we're learning the city of San Diego is sending firefighters to help fight the lake fire burning in Santa Barbara County right now. It broke out Friday, exploding to more than 20,000 acres. At last check, it was only 8% contained. San Diego Fire Rescue has sent 17 firefighters of varying ranks, including a firefighting strike team and other support roles like field observers and safety officers. We're told their deployment should be about 2 weeks, though it could last longer or be cut short, depending on the way this fire progresses.
A man believed to be linked to a stabbing at a La Jolla hotel is dead tonight after launching his car right off the Navy Pier. Just hours ago, investigators told us the suspect, 23-year-old Aaron Tran, was a receptionist at the Shoal Hotel on La Jolla Boulevard. They say he checked in 2 women and later got into their room by calling to say that there was a leak. One woman was stabbed. She was taken to the hospital and has since been released. Police are now looking into whether or not Tran might be connected to other crimes.